Bheeshma is a 2020 romantic action comedy film starring Nithin and Rashmika in the lead roles. This is director Venky Kudumula's second venture after Chalo, which also stars Rashmika. I'm talking about this movie specifically. I really enjoyed watching it. It's a really engaging, entertaining movie. Most of it is because that the performance of Nithin and Rashmika are brilliant. They both get into these characters with ease. They're easily the highlights of the movie, even in the first half and second half. The scenes in which they interact with each other are usually the highlight and the high points in the movie. And Vanilla Kishore's character is a slight detour from his usual roles. I mean, most of the films which I've seen him in, he's usually an idiotic groom or an idiotic groom turned idiotic husband. Basically, he's just an idiot throughout the whole movie. In this, while it's not completely different, it's still a slight detour from his usual roles, which I will always encourage, because man, it was exhausting seeing him in all those roles over and over and over again. Anand Nag was a great addition to this role. He's a veteran Kannada actor, but the problem is when you have someone of that caliber in your movie, I expect him to be utilized to his full potential, and in this, the movie doesn't really do that. He just comes and goes. He barely says two lines in his scenes, sometimes even a single line, and he does basically nothing in the movie. He doesn't even provide support. He's just there. The songs are fantastic. I loved all the songs, while there are some which I would have, tossed aside. At least the problem with them is that the songs felt very unnecessary. I felt like apart from the singles anthem, which is like the only song that works in the movie, you don't really need the other songs at all. Even What Your Beauty, the most popular song in the movie, while it's really entertaining to watch from a movie perspective, but when you really analyze it, you just feel like even that doesn't really fit in the movie. And coming back to Anand Nag's character, anyway, even in the few scenes he is in, the performance is great. I'm not gonna lie, it's great. I'm not arguing about that. But the problem is his dialogues. I don't know if he was dubbed or if that's actually him saying those lines, but I don't know. Whenever he spoke those words, it kind of felt like it was dubbed, and I didn't really want that. I kind of wished he would have learned some Telugu and spoke if it is his dubbed voice, because why would you have such an actor and have him get dubbed? That's something which I don't understand. And the movie offers some great action scenes. There are a few in the movie. All those action scenes are made just to elevate the hero, which is the only thing wrong with it. It doesn't really add much to the story, but the way it's choreographed is it's a treat to watch. And for those who are into action movies, you would definitely love this choreography. There are some creativeness in it. So now, there are two particular characters in this movie which I did not like, because at the beginning they showed very good potential, and it felt like they were gonna do something in the movie which doesn't make them feel like comedy characters. But the problem was that the villain character played by the Bengali actor Jishu Sengupta and the ACP character played by Sambat Raj, both of these characters eventually become idiots as the movie progresses. They have zero brains, which is kind of odd considering that when they started, all of them had good potential to be something to the hero. But eventually they just become comic idiots at the end of it. The first half of the movie was very, very dull for me, because nothing much happens in it. It's usually these comedy scenes. But the comic scenes in the first half it didn't really engage me. The movie really gets interesting once it gets to the second half. That's when every entertainment value you expect from this movie is, put in. The comedy is really hilarious once you get to the second half, and the story overall becomes a bit too predictable, so don't go into this expecting any suspense. And Heba Patel makes a extended cameo in the movie. She has like 2 scenes, one in the beginning and one just before the climax. Why was Heba Patel in this movie is something which I don't understand. You could have made an entire movie without her or her scenes in it. She's useful only for that one scene which is just before the climax where she kind of cheats on someone with a minister. You could have had just any random actress be with the minister engaging in the thing, but and the scene would have played out exactly the same. You didn't really need that whole first scene. I'm going to give Bheeshma a 6 out of 10. It's an above average movie. The movie has its up and down. If you're watching it for the first time, then it wouldn't really bother you that much. It's usually when you want to re-watch movies like this that the problems really become apparent to you. In the first half, the scenes with Nithin and Rashmika are usually the highlights. That's the only scenes which are a bit engaging, a bit immersive in that. Apart from that, the first half is just dull. Nothing much happens in it. The story really elevates once the second half kicks in, so just push through and get to the second half. And don't go into this movie expecting any logic or reason. This is a movie just to have fun. It's a time pass movie, and it's a good time pass movie at that. When I first watched this, the movie had like a 7 point something in IMDb. Now it's decreased to a bit where it's like, I don't know, a 6.5 or 6.6 or something. As far as time pass movies go, this is a really good watch. Just don't go into it with much expectations and don't go into it expecting any logic. Just watch the movie, enjoy, and be entertained. That's what this movie is all about. And that's all for my review of Bheeshma. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please share this video with your friends. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon too so that I keep coming onto your feed. And comment below what you thought of this video and comment below what you thought of the movie if you have already watched it. The movie is available on both Netflix and Sun NXT. So I'll see you in the next video, which is going to be a Netflix original. Bye.